Yeah. Boy. Come on, man, boy. Boy. Look, I keep it on to the team. You became play the kings. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck. Damn, my youngin' did it sweet. This a whole nother way, boy. Tell them get the fuck off the beach, boy. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here preach. They come through all black, got a jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black, got a jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black, got a jack, man. All them niggas go retreat, boy. This shit is sweet. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming, Vinny, beach. And the devil screaming out, bloody murder. Nobody close the curve. On my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, on them lines, they ain't working. When niggas weak, they the church. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. When it comes to line, I'm a back up and I'm a hit his ass with his knife. And I come through 300 strong, 144 me a night. All my niggas, we eat. In this bitch with the ice. That all y'all do sweet. Tell y'all do sweet. The nigga make the wrong move, we ain't make his ass out the lead. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here free. Go through all black. Man, all niggas go retreat. I keep it all to the T. You can't play the keys. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck. And my youngin' did it sweet. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here. They come through all black, gully jack, man. All them niggas on retreat. Come through all black, gully jack, man. All them niggas on retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black, gully jack, man. All them niggas on retreat. You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the street, lit on my bitch, was in the field with it. You saw this cotton just an act of Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, and I still with it. I speak true cause it's necessary. Color Jack revolutionary. Cold on him like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's war time for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. But with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We ride back this rap shit. All black, no white shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on, that's cap shit. I keep it on to the team. You became the keys. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on the deck. Damn, my youngin' did it sweet. This a whole double way. Tell them get the fuck on the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here preach. They come through all black, gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black, gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black, gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead.
Hey, that song, Put Me in the Game, Coach. What's the title of that?
Which one did I just play? Or?
Nah, it's Put Me in the Game, Coach. I seen it at the concert.
Okay.
Castle. Put Me in the Game, Coach. Something like that.
Okay, now I don't know.
Hard.
Yeah, I don't know
Beat
that
was
one.
hard.
I'm gonna have to Let's clap it up. Say shalom, Israel. Shalom, Yahweh Shabbat Thumb. Yahweh Shemar Thumb Bashim Yahshai to all the sisters out there. All right. This is the Thursday night scripture breakdown for ISUPK Northern California. I'm Priest and Officer 5000 Kasar Pakad. This is, you know what I'm saying, ISUPK and the Commander Juliana. All right. Right now, we see if there's any questions online. Are there any questions in the room? All right. No questions? I guess y'all know the Bible. We're going to end the class then. That's that's Captain Desariat, but I know that's what he learned from the generals above him. You know, we always say that. It's always questions. If you're studying, you're going to have some questions. You know what I mean? So we always say, come to class with questions, especially scripture breakdown. All right. Wait one more second, see if there's any questions online. Go ahead and get into tonight's topic. Y'all always got questions online. They come to you during the class while you be listening, or you be having them?
Sometimes writing stuff down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I do too. I got a list of questions myself for General Muhammad. Man, it's good to see y'all brothers in the building. We can go ahead and get into it, man. Let's go ahead. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68, bro. Sure. Start at the foundation. Whoever got it, go ahead and read it.
The Lord shall bring thee.
Call it out. Call it out. This is just ready.
Deuteronomy 28, 68.
Huh?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall do what?
Bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right. This is a lot of people that come into the truth. This is one of the first precepts that just stands out and wakes your game up. Because you've been hearing this story, you've been seeing a white boy on TV playing Moses, playing Jesus, playing everybody in the Bible, Adam and Eve. Everybody was white. The angels were white, God is white, Jesus is white. Everybody white except the devil. You understand? They try to paint him as a black, nappy-headed nigga when it's the reverse. And so these people that live in Israel today, we all know are not the true Israelites according to the Bible. And this is one of the precepts that proves it just clearly, because these people were never brought in slavery on ships. They didn't go anywhere on ships at any given time in this manner like it's being predicted right here and prophesied right here. All right, keep going.
By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right, and so another thing too, Egypt means bondage. That's all it means. It means slavery. It means bondage. That's what we began to use it. Like today, people go to Oakland, they get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Now, slang later on would be, oh, you got Oaklands. You know what I'm saying? You get robbed somewhere over in New York, they Oakland you. You know what I'm saying? Because the name has become synonymous with robbery. That's how Egypt was. It's like it was so known for the slavery that we did. We started calling slavery Egypt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to go to my Egypt right now, man. I'm about to do this little slavery today. You know what I mean? And that's why it's saying to take you into Egypt. And how do we know that? Because for one, you could walk to Egypt from Israel. It's only 300 some miles away. You know what I mean? Why would you take a boat ride to Egypt? It's obviously meaning something else. The same way today is modern day Babylon. Babylon the Great is America. And you know the prophecies show who it is. So that's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Right, and no man shall what?
Shall buy you.
Just like you go to jail, you can get bonded out of jail. They pay your bail bondsman to free you from jail. It's the same way where it says a bondman. You're enslaved right here, and no man shall buy you. No one's going to be able to pay for your freedom, because in the Bible, but not even in the Bible, just in ancient days, you might put yourself as a servant to someone else. You owe somebody a debt. We see it all in today, like gambling movies. Somebody gambling, they don't got any money. What they gonna do? I got this watch right here. I got the keys to my car right here. I'll put my house up, and if you lose it, then they're gonna take your house, they're gonna take your keys, they're gonna take your watch, right? Well, sometimes people will put themselves up. I owe you this money, I can't pay it back, then I'm gonna work for you for these next couple years or 2 or 3 years to pay back my debt. Well, guess what? You might have a rich cousin or a rich uncle like Bartholomew come through and say, you know what? I'm gonna pay his bond, I'm gonna pay what he owes you and buy his freedom from you, so now he's not a servant no more. But this type of slavery, this type of captivity, no man could buy us out of it. This was what they call it, chattel slavery, lifetime slavery. It's not just you, it's your children, it's your granny, everybody going to slavery. That's what this is talking about. That only happened to one people. If you ever just Google the word slavery, you know what I'm saying, you're going to see Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans popping up, man. That's what you're going to see, all right? So let's drop that. Let's go to Deuteronomy 17 and 15. And the title of tonight's class is Never to Trust Your Enemies. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. The title is to Never Trust Your Enemies. One of the main reasons why we ended up in this captivity is because we trusted our enemies. We trusted them to teach us how to worship the Lord. We trusted them to teach us how to build our families, how to raise our children, how to work, how to make money. We trusted them for everything, and we ended up at the bottom of everything. And so today we're in 2024, and Black people have still not understand not to trust these people. Unless you in the truth, man, waking up and coming into the truth, then you're going to fall into this trap and this path of loving these heathens and loving the oppressor. And this knowledge of the Bible and your culture is what's going to help you stay free. All right. So go ahead and read. Matter of fact, let's go to this article real quick. All right? I'm going to put it on the screen so everybody else can see it. And this made me think of this class. Like I said, talking to a brother the other day.
Go ahead.
Yes, right.
Say where the information comes from?
Yeah, yep. The brother had some questions, though. One second. The brother had some questions about why it is that Black people are going to vote for Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding how they can believe that he will help Black people after all the things he's done. I say, it's just a very simple answer. Go ahead.
This is from the Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera.
It's like a Middle Eastern news report, news channel, whatever you call it, newspaper.
U.S. election 2024.
Mm-hmm.
It says, why are Black voters backing Donald Trump in record numbers? Latest polls show 17% of Black voters will vote for former president today, more than twice the number in 2016. Right. So the brother is asking why are Black voters voting for Donald Trump. Al Jazeera is asking why are Black voters vote for Donald Trump. CNN is asking. All these other, you can find 100 different news outlets asking the same question. I'm gonna ask y'all brothers a question first. You understand? Why do you think, Matham, what happened? That double, they flipped. If you in the game, you hustling, you can flip. So that's a good win right there. They doubled the amount of Black voters for Donald Trump in the past few years. What happened? Go ahead. Why is it going on? I think one main reason is because a lot of our own people, they're like they're with Esau, but at the same time they're like I want to say something. Businessman. They have a line with them.
Okay.
It helps them.
Right. That's part of it. Looking for, one West simple answer. What you got?
As soon as you have a coon like Stephen A. Smith step up and say what he said, we like sheep.
Right.
We'll follow that. Thinking he a leader. He's on TV or something.
Right.
So they got to think of it and we lost.
Okay. That's all part of it. So I'm gonna ask it one more time, just a little bit, just to try to get some clarity on this. We got the rich coons, the ones that make money and sell out to promote Donald Trump. But why would somebody at the bottom that's working a regular job, say, hey, I'm going to go out here to the vote polls and vote for Donald Trump? What do they get out of it? You see what I mean? Steve, go ahead. One more shot.
Because first time we ran, he got in the office, he gave us a check.
Right.
He gave us some,
Right.
handed feed.
Right. Now, that's a good one. Y'all know the precept to go with that one? It's a good point. Pull it right here. We're going to come back to where we was at in Deuteronomy. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7:7. Bible shot. Yeah. That was a good point right there, man. Them stimulus checks, all of that. Where in Sacramento do you brothers teach? Okay, Shalom, brother, right there. Not Nael. I'm gonna go ahead and put a number in the chat. You can go ahead and contact this number right here. We'll show you exactly where we're teaching that in Sacramento. Let's see real quick. Y'all got it?
I got it.
All right.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Surely oppression make a wise man mad. Not only does that mean it's supposed to make you angry for being oppressed. If you wise, if you just dumb, ignorant, you don't give a care about nothing. You just life is a joke to you. You run around playing all day. Then oppression ain't gonna make you mad. It's not gonna make you angry. But there's another side to it too. Oppression also, back in the days when they say someone he's gone mad. He's going mad, man. That's how the British talk. It means crazy. Oppression will drive you crazy. That's why our brothers out here getting high. You know what I'm saying? Getting drunk out their mind, falling all over the place, trying to escape the reality that they've been living through. So oppression will make you angry and it'll make you, crazy. Keep going.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a what?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Like somebody that was going to try to fight and go up against, being oppressed, you give them a gift, it destroys their heart. You understand? And that's what happened with Donald Trump. One of the things that led certain black people to trust in him. Let me just type this number for this brother real quick. Go ahead if you need to find out where the classes are, right? Just tap in with that number, get that number a call. We'll tell you exactly where to go. All right. But yeah, read one more time from the top. We'll break it down. So
this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
It's Ecclesiastes.
Verse 7, right?
Yeah, it's Ecclesiastes though. Not Ecclesiastes. I know it's all good.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Right.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right. If y'all remember this movie, I don't know if any of y'all seen this movie. What was that movie back in the days, man? I think it was called I'm Gonna Get You Sucker or something like that. In one of the scenes, it was a black revolutionary type brother. He was like he was part of the Black Panthers or whatnot, but he had a white wife. I don't know if you remember that scene of that movie. Yeah. It might not ring a bell, man, but he had a whole bunch of kids coming in. They looked like little Edomite kids, and they had braids and all this. And the brother was asking him, like, what happened, man? Like, you just living this life in this house with these kids and this woman? You were supposed to be about the revolution. He was like, yeah, man. We all got together. We had our guns. We had our knives. We went down to that government building, and we was about to start a revolution that day. And he said, well, what happened? He said, man, they was giving out jobs. We said we went out there with guns and we left with jobs. 401k, you understand me? Retirement, all this type of stuff. And that destroyed him. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, he ain't about no revolution. He ain't about fighting back. He not about taking over the government. None of that. That gift destroyed his heart. That's the same thing. So every now and then, these oppressors gonna give us little gifts to quell us from really fighting back. So around that same time, George Floyd and all this stuff going on, the stimulus checks start coming out. You see what I mean? People waking up, they start giving you a little something. They're gonna give you extra food stamps. They're gonna give you what's that called? Unemployment. You know what I mean? They give you all these little extra things so they can keep you quiet and keep you pacified, right? But with that, let's go back to the article you was reading. Let's pick it up a little bit. Where you at? Go down to the article. It says, and that picture of this brother, man. Can you show that brother the picture of the man on there? He looked lost. He looked destroyed, man. Like the Samuel Jackson character in Django, that's him right there. You know what I mean?
So I go over to the bottom of the picture.
Yeah, that's the happiest day of his life, being next to his daddy right there, man.
All right. It says United States Congress Byron Donalds last as Republican presidential candidate as former U.S. President Donald Trump delivers a keynote speech at the Black Conservative Federation Gallery dinner on February 25th, 2024.
Right. You know what I mean? He's he's a congressman apparently. So somebody then voted him and put him in power, and he's out here having the time of his life. And that's another thing that I learned. Officer Yawasab said, Officer 5000 Yawasab, I remember him saying it when I came into the school. He's like, you see certain black people when they hanging out with these Edomites, they acting like they're having fun, but he said, you really not having fun over there. That's not a real smile. We don't even smile like that. Like, that's not genuine. You know what I mean? He may think he's having fun. I don't even know if he might be lost in he's like the guy in Get Out where he was smiling, but you could see behind him he was broken. He tearing up because that's him right here, man. He in pain, but he's stuck. He went so far, he don't know how to get out of this. You know what I mean? He in the sunken place, as they say. But you can just see that's not his countenance. And look at Donald Trump. He got a whole different spirit on him. Look how he look. You see it? Show the brother how Donald Trump look. He look like somebody that's in power. He look like somebody that's running things. The other one is like a child. You see what I'm saying? He's in a childlike state. That's why I say it's like he's right next to his daddy. Matter of fact, get that precept because that goes with it. Give me, I know I'm bouncing around, so lock y'all can. Give me John 8:44. You want to figure out how we got to this point. I'm going to give y'all the answer. It's a very simple answer, man. To any question you ever want to find out, see how Al Jazeera, all these people, they can't figure out what's going on. It's a very simple answer to why this is going on. You got it? All right. Let's wait for the brother. Matter of fact, John 8:44. One more second. All right, read it nice and loud.
John 8:44.
Right.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Right. Ye are of your father, the devil. Christ is talking to these Sadducees and Pharisees, man. This congressman right here. Ye are of your father, the devil. You look up to him. You idolize him. You worship him. He's like a father to you. And the cold part about it is this is the reason why Christ had forgiveness for our people. Because I'm gonna ask y'all another question. I asked a lot of questions, man. Y'all bear with me, man. I like brothers to think, you know what I'm saying? And so you can think strong. Not saying brothers can't think, but as you growing, if you got a what they call it, critical thinking. Now, when you see things in the world, you're able to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just tell you what to think. I want to see how y'all brothers think. You know what I mean? So, why is the reason that that black people are looking up to these oppressors like fathers. Like when I say Christ is forgiving these brothers for looking up to them like a father, he's checking them, he's correcting them. But why would he give up his life for people like this? Go ahead.
This is because he knows that we're lost.
Okay. That's it. You bring it on home. Now, what does it have to do with a father? We've all lived this life. As a one, every Black, Hispanic, and Native American has experienced this. So it's not hard to understand why a Black man would look up to Donald Trump in this manner. Go ahead.
Is it because we come from broken families?
Damn right. Get it, brother hand. You understand? We grow up without a father. This brother over here in the hood, he might grow up and look at a rapper like a father figure. You over here, you look at the drug dealer like a father figure. You look up at your coach on the football team as a father figure. They said Sandusky was molesting all the little football players, but they looked at him like a father figure. They didn't say nothing because he's over there feeding them, teaching them, and then he's taking advantage of them. The drug dealer doing the same thing. He gonna give you a couple dollars in your pocket. You thinking that he cares for you, the gang member? You think y'all all on the same team and family? They don't give a damn about you, man. They don't give a damn about themselves. So how can they care about you? But these oppressors, man, they have used that to take advantage of us. I'm gonna ask one last question. Why don't we have fathers?
Story for lack of knowledge.
Okay, I'll take that. One more, y'all. Why don't we have fathers in our community? You got another one? Yeah.
Disobey the
Okay. That's part of it.
laws.
That's part of it. Give them the other.
Most of the fathers are in prison.
Okay, why are they in prison? Who put them in prison?
Or oppressors get into trouble.
Exactly. Because the white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
Okay.
Now I'm jumping ahead, but that's the answer, man. Why are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans voting for Donald Trump? Because the oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of. He is the liar and the deceiver in the earth. So he destroyed our family, and now we look up to him because you don't have anyone to look up to. He removes your real father, who was supposed to be an Israelite, following the laws and raising you right and showing you how to be strong. He makes you weak with a household with just your mother and your sisters. You understand? And the only people to look up are other weak men that are destroyed that don't have any fathers. So this brother right here, he's looking up at this man like a father figure because Donald Trump took his father out of his life. You see what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know, in slavery, they used to call the slave masters Big Daddy. That was one of the slave masters' names. They would call him Daddy. The same way, who else does that? Who else makes people call them Daddy that's serving them? A pimp. Hoes.
That's true.
You get in this car, Too Short said, you know what I'm saying? Call me Daddy. It's crazy, right? When you start realizing if you don't know your history, you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. They literally used to make grown men call this man Big Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Which in another note, go the whole another breakdown of that nigga Puff and his whole, I don't know why he's running around having nigga. He's doing psychological shit. It's like I ain't supposed to be cousin. You know what I mean? Trying to make niggas call him Diddy and Puff Daddy and all. That's some other weird, you know what I'm saying? It's just what he learned from his father, the devil. So bring it back from the top. They learned this. Where do you think pimps learned this from? We thinking that they just came up with it. It called me Daddy. Nah, the slave master made him do it. He taking notes. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44.
Mm-hmm.
Ye are of your father the devil.
Right.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
That's the smile that's on that brother's face, man. He got the lust of Donald Trump. He want white women. He want drugs. He want money. He want power. He willing to do anything. He gonna sell out all his people just to get those selfish things to feed his lust. That's why coming into the truth, you have to kill off that old man. You got to fight your lust because we know Satan wants to destroy this house. He wants to have weak people like him that's willing to turn into Judas and sell out your brother, man, for 30 shekels. But if you can't give up pork and you're gonna say you're gonna stand for your people and fight for your people? You saying you can't give up white women, you're gonna stand and fight for your people? You saying you can't give up weed and you're gonna stand here and fight with your people, man? That's why all these gang members is telling on each other, man. I know back in the days it was a little bit stronger morals, or I don't know what you want to call it. Brothers was not drug addicts like that. These cats, Gunner, Snitch on Young Thug, drug addict. He on pills, lean, sex addiction, got all of that going on. You mean tell me I'm about to go to jail for these niggas for 20 years and I can't get no lean in here? Huh, get me out of here. What I gotta do? What I gotta turn on? You an addict, man. You know what I mean? How you gonna ride for your people when you have a vice, a weakness? You see what I'm saying? That's what the oppressor's always gonna use. That's how he's manipulating his brother right here. So ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. Keep going.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was what?
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Keep going.
And about not in the truth,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no truth in him.
Right. He abode not in the truth because the truth was not in him. So if he's not in the truth, then what is he in? He's in a lie. He's the author of lies. Keep going. He's going to talk about that.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Right. Everything these people say, they don't even know how to tell the truth. They've been lying so long and doing. You know how they always say that, like as a kid, if you tell one lie, your mom was like, well, where was you at? Why you didn't be here at this time? No, I was with Dante. I was at Dante's house. Okay, well, let me call his mama and see what was going on. Well, okay, we was at Dante's house, but then we went to McDonald's around the corner. And then it just, you can keep adding on more and more and more lies. That's the oppressor. He done went to every nation on planet Earth and called himself the people who live there. You don't know that? Like the people that live in Greece and the, what do they call it? The Medes, the Median Empire, the Medes, Alexander the Greek, all of them. That was the Japhetic people. That's where the Samoans used to live. That's where the Pacific Islanders used to live, Tongans and stuff. They left and moved out of there. The oppressor moved in there and started calling himself those people. Then he moved over to Europe, Ashkenazi. That was other people from Japhet that lived over there. That's why they call themselves Ashkenazis. If you look in the Bible, Ashkenaz was the son of Japhet. He wasn't no Israelite, Hebrew. He wasn't even Shemitic. They called themselves Shemitic. They went from somebody from a whole different line. Go ahead.
So the fake Jews, the Amalek, right?
Right.
So they're all sent from Edom, right?
Right.
Same people, right?
Right.
So, because I hear they call it, some of them they call it Ashkenazi Jews.
Right. Right.
Is it because of the landmass where they used to be at, or is it just
exactly? They'll tell you that themselves. They say we moved to this land of the children of Ashkenaz, and then we started calling ourselves Ashkenazi Jews. But they try to say they're really not from that tribe of people. So they tell you that themselves. You go watch them, look up their history, they'll tell you that. So wherever they go, then they move to America. You know what I'm saying? They start saying they native to America. You know what I mean? Wherever they go, they take over that land, take over that culture, and then they call themselves those people because they're a vagabond. They have no home. The homeland was the Caucasus Mountains. Everyone else had taken over the world didn't have no home. So they go here and they take people's identities, man. Yep. Anything else?
I want to keep going.
No. Is that it on the verse? What's the last sentence you read?
It says, for he is the life and the father of it.
Right, exactly. So they've been lying so long, man. How could they tell the truth? You know what I mean? Like they got so deep into this lie that that's all they can speak is lies. You know what I mean? Like this is why California is the way it is. Talking to a brother not too long ago, and he wondering, I just moved out here from another state down south, and these Edomites acting like this and acting like that. Why they acting like that? I'm thinking it's supposed to be better than it is down south. I'm like, nah, you gotta reverse. These is the worst ones. These is the ones that lie to your face and tell you they care about you and that they, you know what I'm saying, for you. Just like the movie Get Out, like that movie Get Out. Y'all seen it, right? That movie Get Out was not about down south. It was about California and New York. It was about the Edomites that live in the liberal areas that say, I'll vote for Obama 3 times. I love black people. And next thing you know, they're trying to kill them and use their body and take, you know what I mean, kidnap them. That's here. These people that live here, they act like they care about you, but their actions show that they really hate you. Because we're in one of the richest places on planet Earth. They got over 50 billionaires that live in the Bay Area. But Oakland is destroyed. Richmond is destroyed. You understand? PA is destroyed. Vallejo destroyed. All these areas, it should be so much money on the east side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be money flowing into these areas, but our people are not getting it. We living in tents. We living in Section 8. We living in, you know what I mean, check to check, barely survive. Why is that? Because these people don't give a damn about you. But if you look at the politics, it sounds like they're a whole bunch of unloving people, man. But that's because they are liars, you know what I mean? So long story short, let's go back to Deuteronomy 17 and 15. And then we'll go into go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 16. That he should not multiply.
Start at 15.
Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Right. So this is a commandment from God. These are one of the laws that is commandments. The brother said we got into the situation by breaking the laws. That's the right answer. One of these laws that the Lord gave us was we should put a king over us that the Lord chose. You can't have a king over you that you vote for. You can't vote for Donald Trump and fix the black community. You can't vote for Joe Biden and fix the black community. You can't vote for a black man and fix the black community. It don't matter who it is. The Lord has to choose this man, meaning he has to be a man that's after the Lord's heart. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
One from among thy brethren shall thou set king over thee.
Right. He got to be from where? From your brethren. He got to be an Israelite to be over your people. So first criteria, you got to be a man of the Lord. Second criteria, you got to be an Israelite. You can't be a man of the Lord unless you're Israelite. So, you know, we are completely destroyed because we don't know this law. We don't follow this law. This will be the first step, you know what I mean, fixing this problem. Keep going.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
Right. He doubled down on it. You didn't understand what the hell I was saying? If you think you only interpreted it a certain way, the UPK, y'all take it too. He just told you, do not put a stranger over you. If you put a stranger over you, what's he gonna do? He gonna destroy you. Exactly. Just like what happened with Lahaman. You know what happened?
They had a Edomite as one of the leaders.
And he started making deals with who?
Southern Mafia and then
the Aryan brother. He's Aryan brotherhood, right? And that's what he's gonna do. So what do you think happens when we put oppressor over us? He gonna start making deals with his people to destroy us, to fight. You know what I mean, against us. Go ahead. Is there anything else on that? I think that's it on that one. Huh?
Which is not thy brother.
Right.
But he shall not multiply horses to himself.
No, that's it. That's all we need. All right. Now let's get Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10 in the Apocrypha. You need an Apocrypha, brother? Oh, you got one in. This brother prepared. Oh, yeah, you've been studying, huh? What's on Christ, man? That's glorious, man. I got a precept for you before we get out of here, too. 12 and 10. All right, hold on. Let's go back to the article real quick in your phone. Let's gonna hold this one and go to the article real quick. Let's see where it says he was famously called. Let's see, I'm leaving this thing up here too. I'll take this part down.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
He was famously called the former white supremacist in chief by Democrat Congresswoman Cori Bush in 2021. Back in 2018, Hillary Clinton called former U.S. President Donald Trump ignorant and racist after he reportedly made highly derogatory comments about Haiti and African countries.
Right. So it said he was famously called the former white supremacist in chief by Democrat Congresswoman Cori Bush. Like the things he was doing sounded just like any other neo-Nazi white supremacist Klan member. Why are Negroes voting for him? They don't even understand it. Keep going.
But despite all this, and as the U.S. prepares for likely rematch between him and President Joe Biden in the 2024 presidential election later this year, polls show that Donald Trump is only growing in popularity among Black American voters.
Damn. And keep going.
Why is that? And how much of a difference could that make in November?
Right. So yeah, I don't know how much difference it's gonna make. Either way, if he gets in or Joe Biden gets in, we know it's an oppressor and the devil. But why is it? Why is it that brothers or sisters are switching over to him? There's a simple answer. If you can't figure out stuff, what's going on in the world, you see it's a problem that's happening with our people, you can't figure it out. We'll go back to the first lighthouse. We got two main lighthouses in the truth. I was talking about it at the feast day. If you want to know the solution to a problem, how to fix something, you go to the law, statutes, and commandments. You're gonna find the answer in there how to fix this problem right here. Name a problem in the Black community right here. I'll show you. You go to the ghetto, something's going on. What's wrong? Killing each other. What's the answer? It's in the law, statutes, and commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Very simple. You know what I'm saying? That one thing, it's very simple. The thing is, we're not following it. But if it's enforced, you see what I'm saying? If it's understood that way, like it's different when the oppressor tells you not to kill. This is a big reason why we don't follow the oppressor, because they're hypocrites. Why would a young we may be in the streets, may be young, we may be dumb in a lot of ways, but we're not stupid, man. You're gonna sit here and watch American history, you're gonna tell me that they stole this land, they stole people, and then they became the richest nation on earth. And you want to tell me to go work at McDonald's for $15, $16 an hour and be happy about it? Well, I see all these oppressors living in the hills, driving Maseratis and Bentleys and all that. You want me to go lay concrete down? So the brother's not wrong for wanting, hey man, I gotta get it how I live. You see what I'm saying? Y'all killed to get this power. Why can't I kill to get this power? You see what I mean? But they don't know that the Lord told us, man, thou shalt not kill. So now when these laws are coming from somebody that's actually honoring them, then they don't have an excuse anymore because they're not following a hypocrite. You see what I'm saying? Your mama tell you don't smoke cigarettes. She got Newport. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't be like what they say. What they tell you do as I say, not as I do. They sit there and smoking. You know what I'm saying? It don't go together. That's what the Sadducees and Pharisees were. They're trying to tell you to do something more while they immoral. But once you follow in Christ and this brother is righteous and his men are righteous, like we are in the UPK, now we telling brothers don't kill, man. I used to want to do the same. I used to do the same thing. I was a part of those. Don't do it, man. This is wrong. The Lord said don't do it. Don't kill. Go ahead up.
It's true because like the laws of the United States, they're constantly changing, right?
Right.
The laws of God never changed.
Exactly.
So that's how you know there's something wrong with Americans. Like, not only do we know it's like spiritual Babylon and all that, but
right.
It's don't add up to the Bible.
And
they swear on the Bible, you know. presidents.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know if that's really the Bible in there. I have to see it with my own eyes, but maybe they like doing this. They like defiling our stuff anyway. That's historical anyway. The Greeks, they want to come in our temple and disrespect our stuff, so they might actually do have a real Bible. But yeah, that's it right there, man. They're child like over us. We following them. They don't even know what they're doing. They changed it all. Like I said, 1 year ago, you could be a boy and turn. You had to be a boy, now you can become a girl. They childlike. Somebody said before, you follow these people, they don't even know which bathroom you use, man. How the hell is that gonna work? It's another precept. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but it says that women rule over us and children are our oppressors or something like that. It's in Isaiah. But yeah, these people are children, man. So what's another problem in the Black Hispanic and Native American community that we got? I'll just show y'all real quick the two guiding lights. Like I said, the lighthouses. One is follow the laws. You got any problem? Poverty and drugs, man. When you follow the laws, they said we're gonna be the first and not the last. Like imagine if all Black people didn't eat pork. All Black and Hispanics and Native Americans didn't eat pork. And we only went to restaurants that didn't serve pork. How many more restaurants will we need for our people? We would create a whole bunch of businesses just by doing that alone. You see what I'm saying? Imagine if we didn't celebrate Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. How much money leaves our community going to these other nations all those times versus us having our own Passover, having our own Feast of Unleavened Bread, having our own, Hanukkah. All that money is generated amongst our people. So you saying poverty, separating ourselves from them would make us take us out of poverty. And what was the other one you said? Drugs. You know what I mean? Love your neighbor as yourself. Everybody want to be the drug dealer. Nobody want to be the drug addict. You're not going to sell drugs to somebody if you cared about them like you cared about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's all those things. So like I said, you can point anything. So that's the solutions. Now, if you want to know what's the real cause of our problems, is the white man's the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's the two lighthouses. If you want to boil down to the most simple understanding of what's going on right here, it's something that's like, man, it's confusing. Why are these brothers acting like this? Why is this sister acting like this? Why is my woman fighting me like this? Why is my mama treating me like this? Why am I beefing with my cousin like this, man? Why can't I get along with my brother like that? Because the white man is the goddamn devil, all right? That's why. He wants your family destroyed in every way. He wants your woman cussing you out of order. He wants her out doing this and doing that. He wants your mama to belittle you and do this and do that. He wants your family destroyed. And he taught her these things. Why is a Black woman talking about, yeah, happy wife, happy life. You gotta do this. I don't want no nigga making $100,000 a year. If he don't make $100,000, he can't talk to me. Where you learn that from? White man. This rap song, you sound just like Cardi B and Sexy Red. Well, who's paying Cardi B and Sexy Red to make these songs? The white man. You beefing with your family, man, because they brainwashed and they've been destroyed. And the real, what is it called? The devil is in the details. The real puppet master of this is him. He orchestrating this beef and this conflict. And then we so focused down here on this level that we not fighting him up there. So that's why Christ got on that cross for niggas. Like, you know what? I hate the fact that you did this. I can't stand the fact that you did that. And this nigga actually turned me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing, you know what I mean? He denied me. He did this over here. You over here killing your people over here. You selling dope over here. You a hoe over here. They want to stone the broad. They picking a rock ready to kill the broad. Today they had the pistols out. Hey man, we about to kill this bitch. She over here committing adultery. Christ like, yeah, you know what? You're right. She do deserve to die. That's wrong. It's in the law. We should kill this broad. But you over here selling dope, I hate that too. Y'all heard the I don't know if y'all heard the kids. He said, I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way, like Christ hate the things that we're doing to each other, man. But the only thing that he saw out of all of that is he said, you know what? I hate him more for putting you in this conditions to act like this. So I'm gonna give you the pass. I'm gonna give this sister the pass for being a whore, because I know the white man led her to get molested as a child, which is why she's living like this. Sexy Red, Cardi B, whoever else, Nicki Minaj and Megan, they all got molested. And that's because of the environment that this oppressor made. So I'm gonna forgive her for that sin. And I'm gonna forgive this brother for selling drugs. And I'm gonna forgive this brother for killing this other brother right here. And I'm gonna forgive your mama and your woo-woo and this and that. Forgive them brothers. Because I don't forgive him for nothing. He deserves all the death. He deserves all your punishments. He deserved them too. Because not only did he mess you up, but he actually doing other things too. You see what I'm saying? He killed your father. He locked him up. He raped this child. He puts the dope in your community. You selling a nickel bag. He brought the kilos in. He's the real one that needs to be punished for this crime. So you getting the pass, but don't take this pass lightly. Don't take that second opportunity lightly. He giving you another chance. Take the opportunity seriously, man, and change your life and show him your appreciation. Because if you keep riding with him, what they saying to Bay, man, you left him with them suckers, you're gonna be ducking with them suckers. You riding with the other side, and Christ ain't gonna have no choice. Give me a precept. Give me Revelations 18:4. That's in the Bible, man. So we be saying little lines in our culture, and it sounds cool on a rap song. You messing with them suckers, you're gonna be ducking with them suckers. Yeah, Christ is saying the same thing. You ride with them, you're gonna be called, what's that called? Guilty by association. That dude in there cooning and smiling next to Donald Trump. Man, Lord and Angels return. Good.
This is 18.
Good night for that brother. On 18:4, about the shot. All right, so like I'm gonna go back a little.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4.
Okay.
And I heard another voice from heaven.
Right.
Saying, come out of her, my people.
Right. This is it right here. This is what we go on the streets and teach when we go to camp. This is what we're doing all these videos on TikTok and having these classes. We calling out to our people, doing this mission saying, come out of her, my people. You lost in the sauce, man. You in love with America. You in love with the money. You in love with the cocoa. That's what makes it in the sauce. You know what I mean? You need to come out of that, man. Leave it alone. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sin.
Right.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Right. These plagues is coming for her. If you keep riding with her, then you're gonna fall victim to these same plagues with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we gotta separate ourselves. This is the time. All right. Anything else on that?
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
Right.
Reward her even as she rewarded you,
Right.
and double unto her, double according to her works.
Man, we gotta let that marinate for a second.
And the
Hold on. No, like I said, let it marinate. The double part to me, because as a child, when you grow up and you learn about slavery for the first time, you see certain movies like I saw Rosewood as a kid, where they killing all these black people in down south. I was just like, damn, why do they do this to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they do it? How did they get away with it? And why did nothing happen to them for it? You know what I'm saying? And just how could they do something so evil to our people? And now that you hear do double, it's like they did something so evil, it's hard to even imagine what double is. Just think about how evil they killed, what was it, 70 million Native Americans, 99 million black folks in this transatlantic slave trade. How you double that, man? This is gonna be something crazy. And you know, that's black talk. Like double means more than double too. It was a Bible written by black people. Like, man, double is probably quadruple in reality. And Commander Julian Hunter said something so heavy, I remember. He said, black people, we so willing to forgive, and we such a forgiving people, right? Yeah, we will not do what is necessary to pay them back ourselves. That he has to send Christ and the angels back to give them the punishment they deserve. We would stop, be like, stall him out, Debo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a fighter in a movie or something, the dude just gets, it's like that last extra when the dude, he'd be like, oh, and then somebody comes, let it go. He had enough. It's always that, he had enough. Brother, leave him alone. All right. Nah, ain't none of that. We would do that to the Lord. We would do that to Christ. We would come in, all right. The white man had enough. We get it. It's over. Leave him. He like, nah, he ain't had enough. Y'all don't know the things that I've seen. The Lord has seen more than what we see. We see what comes on the news. We see what happens in history books. What is going on behind these? Where is these 100,000 black girls that's missing right now? Where's the 10,000 Native American girls that's missing right now? They locked up in somebody's basement. You can't even hear what's going on. You don't know what these devils are doing to these people. The Lord is getting these reports, man. These people are doing all manner of evil and wickedness, and that we believe in the smiles and the kindness that we see every day, that we're willing to forgive them because we don't really even understand the depths of how much they've done. And that's why they say they erase your history. When you go back and read the history, you start to realize, damn, they made us call them daddy. Like, I didn't know that part. You know what I mean? They took Nat Turner's skin off of his body and turned it into boots. I didn't know that happened. Like, you didn't see it with your own eyes, so you could meet Johnny up the street, like, oh, hey, Johnny, how you doing? You think it's a good guy. They're not that bad. You don't know the depths of what they would do, man, and the Lord knows, man. So, Salaki. All right. Let's go back to where I was at, man. Where we at? I think we got that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes cousin Apocrypha. That's where we was at. 12 and 10. And then we keep going from there. I'm gonna try to speed it up. Get long-winded. Salaki, y'all.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Right.
Never trust thy enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thy enemy.
If they give you a stimulus check. Read it again.
Never trust thy enemy.
They give you food stamps.
Never trust thy enemy.
They give you a $100,000 a year job.
Never trust thy enemy.
Man, they march with you.
Never trust thy enemy.
They say Black Lives Matter.
Never trust thy enemy.
I would have voted for Obama 3 times if I could.
Never trust thy enemy.
Right, never. This is in the Bible. These are the things that we need to know, we need to learn. They don't teach you this at the Christian church. Never heard that at the Christian church. And you know what's the other part? They're going to show you. But one thing they're going to try to pull to counteract that is what? One time Christ said, love your enemies. They're going to show you that all the time, right? They're going to tell you the Bible doesn't contradict itself, too. They're going to say this is the word of God. So which is it? So do we love our enemies or do we never trust our enemies? Well, which enemies? Those enemies of your nation, we got to love and forgive our brothers the same way Christ loved and forgave his brothers because they were his enemies. Man, they were enemies to him. They got him killed. He still forgave them. Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. You understand? That's how you got to look at your family members. That's how you got to look at your mama. That's how you got to look at your dad. That's how you got to look at your sister. That's how you got to look at your brother. That's how you got to look at your cousin. That's how you got to look at your rib. Oh, that's the most important one. Good night. That's how you going to have to look at her. Forgive that enemy. But even talking about these oppressors, man. The Bible says to never trust these enemies. Read it again.
Never trust thy enemy.
Keep going.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right, you put some iron out there in the nature, it's gonna turn rusty. And you let this white man do what he do, he gonna try to kill you, destroy you. And that's what always gets me, because when you see like young Edomites I'm getting older and older, you know what I mean? You see these young Edomites come out racist as hell. When they told us when we was kids, it was just the old people. Once the old people die off, racism gonna die off. That's the biggest lie they ever came up with. They always tell you that. But next thing you know, Dylan Rubin, 19 years old in the church, killing all black people. Next thing you know, there's another 20-year-old going to Buffalo, killing all black people. These cats coming out 15, 18, 19, going out there. So what happened? I thought they wasn't supposed to be like that, man. You leave them to be them, they're going to naturally hate you from the birth, man. It's inside of them. And like I say, if you drop them off on Mars, they had little green people running around Mars, the white man's going to try to enslave them, rape them, and kill them. They're going to be out there, what the hell, Tom? Why did you rape the little Martian? Because I just couldn't help it. I don't know. It's something. They're going to find a way to abuse the Martians and have them working and doing, you know what I mean? It'll be over there. They're going to be free E.T. E.T. going to be in chains and shit. What the hell happened? We was out here living free. Next thing you know, these people showed up. And now we all in captivity, man. Because that's his nature. What did Pop say on Friday? That's my pleasure. You know what I'm saying? All day. That's their pleasure, man, is destroying things. Keep going.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, and take a good heed and beware of him.
Right. Now that's important. So that reminds me, I was like the British people. The British people, they talk so proper and so nice, eloquent. That's their key to how they took over the world. They said the British Empire was one of the biggest empires ever because they come, hello, mate, how you doing? Cheerio, chop chop. Like you let. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Leave me here. I'll close up. I'll take care of everything. And you come back, your whole place has been robbed, and you're like, yeah, he was such a nice guy, and the way he talked was so proper and polite. Oh no, I'll get the chair for you. I'll open the door for you. But the whole time, his hands in your back pocket, taking your wallet. That's how they get down, man. They act a certain. He bow his head. That's what the precepts say. He act humble. He act like he's coming to be a friend to you. The whole time he's plotting on you. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Right, he could try to clean himself up and act a certain way, but it's still there. Keep going.
Verse 12, sit him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
All right, so that's telling us to separate from these people. We can't be close to them. That's not saying we can't work, do business and all that, but your spirit can't be close to them, man. You can't really believe, like, this is business. This is not a real friendship. You see what I mean? Like, that's how that dude standing next to Donald Trump, he is bought into this. He thinks this is real, but it's not. Donald Trump would cut his goddamn head off if necessary. He wouldn't think twice about it. But him, he gonna be surprised. How could you do that to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Father, what is going on? I love you. Why? You know, shut up, nigga. I don't need you anymore. You know what it remind me of? The Joker in that new Batman. When he was doing those licks in the beginning of the movie, they robbing the bank, and at the end of each stage, they killed the last helper. I don't know if y'all remember that part. You gotta go back and watch it. But as long as at the beginning, the opening stages, they robbing a bank, and they gotta split the money after you do the robbery. So he got a big team of people. But every step, the Joker is orchestrating it. So he's like, okay, 5 of y'all go and get the money, and then y'all bring it to this other car. And once they get it to this car, the person there killed the other 4 people. Then he drive off in the car because he got the order from Joker. Like, we're not splitting it with them. They just helped us, but now, boom, 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 he killed him. Then he go drive the car. He bring it to the boat. And once he gets to the boat driver kill him. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, why would you keep riding with somebody? Maybe they didn't know that happened to the other people. I don't know. But you know what I mean? It's like, why would you ride with somebody so greasy that they're going to backdoor everybody you're working with? But then he go and finally give the last package to Joker, and then Joker kill him too. It's like it's no loyalty or love in that. So you just ride with them, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's how Donald Trump getting down. Like this brother, if he don't need him no more, he'll cut his head off. But as long as you're gonna help me get more black people to follow me, then I'll use you. So then go ahead.
Next manipulator, huh?
Exactly. That's the perfect word, and that's what the oppressor is, man.
Liar, huh?
Exactly, a deceiver. That's what the word devil means, and that's why when they get mad at us for saying that, why y'all call him that? We just saying he's a liar. Who has lied more than him? He is the liar in the earth. What he's known for, that's his power. That's where it comes from. We'll get that in Revelations in a minute. Let's keep going though. I like.
Neither let him sit in thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at least remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Right. So now you have to learn your lesson. After you've been so close to him, then he turns on you, and now you remember, damn, he told me this was gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what we're doing on the streets when we teaching our people. We tell them, hey, these people don't care about you. They're like, no, Tom, my friend. No, I work with these people. They're good people. They're not all bad people. It's not all of them. And then they're going to find out when this World War III pop off, when the Civil War pop off. And they're going to realize Tom would kill his mother for a $20 bag of Coke. You know what I'm saying? Like, these white people kill their parents. You know what I mean? Like, Eminem made a whole... I'm sorry for going on a little tangents out here. Eminem made a whole career off of talking about killing his mother. That's not our culture. Who is buying them records? Think about it. You see what I'm saying? You go to the rock concert, everybody in there like, yeah, we worship Satan, yeah, devil. Everybody listen to Eminem. Kill my mom. Kill her. You got a whole nation of people that have killed their mama, and you thinking they love you? Come on, man. Then you're going to think about it when we told you this, and you're like, damn, they did say that. I should have listened. They was right. You know, that's what the Bible's saying. You should listen to it now before it happens. You know what I mean? Keep going. Go to verse
13.
Yep.
Who will pity a charmer that has been with the serpent, or any such as come night will beasts.
Not wild beasts. Like who will pity a charmer that is bidden with the serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Do you know what that means? Anybody gonna give a shout on that one?
It's that kind of like saying like he's coming like a thief in the night.
Pity means like who will feel bad for?
Pity?
Who will pity a charmer?
Like feel sorry for him and let him be around us.
Okay, I'll explain it. So y'all seen them videos, especially in the Arabic country. You gotta think about back in the Middle East, India, they have a snake charmer. He's like a guy that plays the flute, and then they bring the cobra out of the bucket. And he's dancing with the cobra, and he's making it go like he's playing the flute, and he's controlling the cobra through the song. That's called a snake charmer. Now, who will feel bad for him if the snake bite him? I'm not gonna shed a tear. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna feel bad for him. It says also, or any such as come nigh wild beast. Like somebody out there petting a leopard, or trying to hug up on a bear in the wild, like these oppressors do out here. You know, come here, and then the lion fight the whole hand off. You gonna feel bad for him? You gonna say, no, that's what you. What are you gonna say? That's what you get. Should have been doing that. Why are you out here playing with lions? You know, Cat Williams said it. Y'all gonna blame the tiger. The tiger doing what he's supposed to do. Why are you mad at the tiger? You gonna kill the tiger because he killed some human beings that was messing with him? The tiger ain't wrong, and you shouldn't feel bad for them dying. That's the same thing. That's how they're gonna talk about us. That's what the message is. If you trust your enemy, and you know you shouldn't, you know he's an animal, he's a disgusting bastard. And then when he bites you, should we feel bad about it? Candace Owens, she was following and working with them. And they fired her because she started talking about the small hats, the Amalekites, whatever, you know what I mean? So-called Jewish people. She started talking about them, and they was like, no, you can't do that. And they cut her off. But she should have known better because the people she was getting close to didn't care about her people. She was okay with it when they didn't care about her people. Now she's angry when they cut her off because it came close to home. So let's drop that. Let's go to Psalms 55 and 21 about the shop. We got 8:15. A little bit more. We're gonna hold it too long.
Psalms.
Yep, 55 and 21. If y'all got any questions or comments, go ahead and say what you think, man. Hear what brothers got to think, man. We start at verse 21, matter of fact. Not 22, but 21. Well, I think I did say 21, huh?
Yeah.
That's my fault, yeah.
This is the book of Psalms. You said
55 and 21.
5 and 21. This is the book of Psalms 55 and verse 21.
Right.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter,
Mm-hmm.
but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteousness to be moved.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back to 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So, long story short, the reason why black people, and they saying Latinos is voting for Trump more than they did last time is because he's smooth with his words. The gift destroys our hearts. People don't have anyone to look up to. And so him being the devil and being such a liar, people believe that it's going to improve their life. They believe this is another option. But they don't want to take the real option that we give them. And it's to separate from these people and to do what the Lord tells us to do. So they're going to they say, what is insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result.
Their behaviors on.
You know what I mean? So you're going to vote for Democrats, expecting things to change, the ghetto is still the same. You're going to vote for Republicans, you think things are going to change, and the ghetto is still the same. So now we're going to try to go for Trump this year and expect things to change, and it's going to be the same. You know what I mean? And so he can talk smooth, but war is in his heart, and they want to really, get us into to never being rivals to their power. Why would you want to help your competition? They know it's a race war. That's the thing. That's the sad part about it too. Everyone else knows it's a race war. Now you can't even fight. You don't even know you're in a war. How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna fight if you don't even know you're in a war? They know from birth. They get raised and taught this way. Chinese people know they're at war with everybody else. That's why there's a Chinatown. That's why the East Indians have their neighborhood. That's why it's Japantown. That's why it's Ethiopia, little Ethiopia. Like everybody got their own thing because they're competing against other people. They don't work together. Why would I work together with these people that you want to buy a piece from him, you're going to buy a piece from me? We in competition. So I'm not going to give you my recipe. Who does that? Who helps? Does Round Tables go and help Domino's? You know what I'm saying? Where do they do that at? McDonald's and Burger King don't work together. They trying to destroy each other. But we're the only people that actually believe we can work together with these people. And we believe it because it's like, that's cold. So it's like Burger King telling McDonald's, yeah, I want to work with you. We should work together. We should come together. And then McDonald's believing it. That's us. Like we believe it, but at the same time, all the evidence is showing that Burger King ain't working with McDonald's. They're trying to destroy you. You know what I mean? So, anything else on that one?
Verse 22.
That's a while. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to Galatians 4 and 16. I'm gonna run through a couple of precepts real quick. It's time though, man. it is high time right now. They said no man knows the hour, man, or the day when Christ returns, but the way things are going, it's in the bag. It's towards like once you get past Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, so you're gonna get to Acts, Romans, Corinthians, Galatians, gonna be over there. If you can never find something too, you can always just go to the front and use
Galatians
4:16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 16.
Right.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Right. And that's how people try to paint us. That we're the problem with the black community. We don't do nothing wrong to anybody, but people on the streets will treat us like we're the most evil people on planet Earth, and we're what's wrong with the black community. Because we are speaking about the crimes that happened to us. And my therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth. Keep going.
They, verse 17, they zealously affect you, but not well. Yeah, they would exclude you that ye might affect them.
Right.
Verse 18, but it is good to be zealously affected always in a good thing, and not only when I am present with you. Verse 19, my little children, of whom I travail and birth again into Christ, be formed in you. Verse 20, I desire to be present with you now, and to change my voice, for I stand in doubt of you.
Right.
Tell me ye.
No, you too out. Let's go to Job 9 and 24. So either way, that's really sad, man. When you do get like, this is why when we say we come to the truth, you know, we say the brother is a young man, you know, because it's not talking about age. It's talking about the knowledge and learning these things, right? These people have us like children, man. Like, no matter how old you are, it's like, it's the more you wake up, it seems crazy how everyone else is acting, but to them it's normal. It's like, damn, you mean to tell me you really think voting is going to change something right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what y'all pushing the same thing again. We just did this 4 years ago. Nothing changed. How many times are we going to keep doing the same things over and over again and think something's going to change up, man? So it's like, you just like a child. You're like somebody that you keep telling, oh yeah, your father just went to the store to get some milk. He coming back. He's not coming back, man. Sitting outside waiting all day. You're gonna be waiting for a long time, Johnny, man. He's not coming back, man. They're not gonna change up and just wake up and try to make things better for us. All right, good.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 4.
24.
Oh, 24?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24.
Right.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. If it ain't the wicked that's running the earth, then who is? Who covered the faces of the judges thereof, man? They just started releasing the Russian icons showing that there was black people written on the walls, you know what I mean? But they covered the faces thereof, like they wanted to paint and whitewash the whole Bible and make it someone else's book. And then people always say, man, I forgot, we talked to some sister when we was in North Carolina, you know, at the mission we was handing out food and stuff and clothes to people. You was there, right? You know what I mean? And we knocked on one of the sister's door, we told them what we was doing. He was like, yeah, she looked flyer or something. She was like, Christ ain't black. He ain't have no color. And he said, sister, you believe Christ was a real person, right? He's like, yeah. He said, have you ever seen a person that this was nothing? You know what I mean? In her mind, she still can't just. It's crazy. Even if we was wrong, even if you believe he was wrong, you have to say, okay, he was white and prove he was white. But he was something. If you believe he was Asian, then fine. Say he was Asian. But he was something. He wasn't nothing. Christ ain't had no color. Where did y'all get this from? But that's stuff, man. But the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the just thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. Drop that one. Let's go to 1 Peter 5 and 8. And as we spend enough time on them, let's tie it into what we got to do as we building ourselves up, as we changing our lives. What does this information have to do? What does it feels good? We can talk about the white man all day. We can say he's the devil. We can say, he's stupid and he's evil and he's weird. Okay, but what are we going to do with that knowledge now? How are we going to use that to fix our lives? Are you going to say, you know what? My mama was an alcoholic. She didn't take care of me growing up. My father was in and out of jail. He wasn't there for me. You know what I'm saying? He did used to beat me. He did used to do this. You know what I'm saying? My brother stole $100,000, $50,000. He supposed to get a house from grandma, and he took $50,000 from me. That did happen to me. Now, how am I going to use this information in that relationship? Am I going to hold on to the grudge? I'm going to say, you know what, man? I forgive that brother. I forgive my mom. I understand now that the reason why she was alcoholic, because she went through this as a child. She went through that as a child. And she went through that because grandmama did that to her. And grandpa did that to him. And then he was a child of a slave that went through 100, years of being raped, robbed, and murdered. So now I understand why grandpa was alcoholic. I can understand why he beat, because he grew up as a slave getting beat every day. Of course, my mama is not a good mother. She come from a child of a slave. I'm going to forgive her for the way she acts. But I'm not going to forgive him. I'm not going to forgive a white man. I'm going to take my anger and my frustration out on him. If anything, I'm going to pray for him to be destroyed, not her. I'm going to give her a second chance. That don't mean I'm going to let somebody come over and abuse and take advantage of me more. But I'm not going to have that anger. You can only have so much. Like, it's like, it's like a gas tank. Like, how much can you put in the tank? How much energy can you have to be angry at something? You can't maximize your anger at the oppressor when it's filled up with F my mama, F my dad, F my wife, F my kids. Can't get along with him, can't get along with her. This nigga across the street and did that. Somebody honking at me, you flashing at the nigga honking at you. You want to get out of the car and kill this nigga because he cut you off at the light. That's how we get down. This nigga stepped on my shoe in the club. We gotta die. You so full of anger, but it's all towards your people. You got to lower that one. You got to start forgiving these people. You got to start up and that one on this side. And stop giving him the pass. Stop forgiving him. That's what they told you. They kill our people. They go in the church and kill 10 black women and 10 black men. And the first question in the microphone in their hand, do you forgive him for doing this? They put it all in your face. You on camera. Yeah, I do. The Lord wouldn't want me to be mad. I forgive Dylan Ruth. He didn't know no better. Ask that same black woman how she feel about her cousin that owed her $20. That ratchet, she can't do nothing right. She can't come over my house. You're gonna talk about her like a dog. This nigga go in and kill your whole family and you be trying to hug them. Y'all saw that when they pet that white girl's head and brushed her hair when she killed that boy? Botham Jean? You've been brainwashed and destroyed into forgiving the people that do the most evil things to you, and you have none of that forgiveness for your people because you only have so much in the tank too. It goes both ways. You got an anger tank, you full over here for your people, and they took all the forgiveness is over here. You gave all your forgiveness away. You ain't got no more forgiveness. You went to work and your boss talking to you crazy. You got to forgive him. If you don't forgive him, you ain't going to have a job. You got pulled over by the police, and if you don't forgive him, you're going to be dead on the ground. You're going to be in jail. You over here, this person did this to you. You know, if you do this, they're going to be 911. This black man's angry in front of my house. You got to forgive him too. But your family, you ain't got no forgiveness for it. You're going to slap your wife. You're going to kick the dog. You're going to try to stab your brother at Thanksgiving. You're drunk in the backyard wrestling. You understand? You doing all that with your friends, with your homies, your partner. You catching a friendly fade every week. Square up, nigga. Taking your shirt off. You want to fight everybody every weekend. I seen it. I've done it. That's how I know. You know what I'm saying? But once I found out we had a common enemy, I was like, well, you know what? This brother might be wrong. I still love this brother. I forgive him. I forgive my mama. I forgive my dad. I forgive my sister. I ain't gonna hold that against them. I can't do that no more, man. How are we gonna use this information to become better? I mean, let's get it. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8.
Right.
Be sober, be vigilant,
Right.
because your adversary, the devil, as the roaring lion, walketh about seeking who he may devour.
Man, like, that's why they talk about rappers and how they got bars and they bring it to life so you can see. This is descriptive language so you can visualize it and see it. If a lion walked up in this room, I don't know, we got some cold gangsters in here. And we got some swords over here too. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to be acting the same that you are right now. I guarantee you, some brothers will be standing up. You ain't going to be just chilling. If a lion walk up in here in this room right now, we gonna all of us going to be over here. I'm going to be giving you a sword, so we're going to be getting ready to war. But your heart going to be bumping a little bit like, hold on. Some motherfucking lion in here, nigga. We're gonna have to kill this motherfucker. Like, you prepare, you getting ready. Somebody got, man, where my gun at? You know what I mean? Let me get that. Get ready. Read it again.
Be sober.
You don't want to be drunk when that happens. When a lion walk up in the room. You want to be falling on the ground. You want to be high out your mind. You want to be on some syrup and some lean way over here. If a lion come in the room, you want to be sober. You want to be on point. We pay attention, not only just sober, meaning not on drugs, but sober-minded, balance. You know what I mean? Good night. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Shalom. Yeah, what's some trouble with that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you a call when I'm in class right now, but something happened at the school, so I'm just reporting for tomorrow. All right. Low pressure. Salakia. But you know what I mean? You want to be on point, which is in balance with your anger, with your mindset. You want to be sober-minded. Don't just mean alcohol. It just means you are, or alcohol or drugs, or anything like that. It means you are in the right mind. You focused, right? Be sober, right? Keep going.
Verse 9?
No, read from where it says from be sober.
Verse 8. Be sober. Be vigilant.
Hold on, let me see what that word means. Look that up. Vigilant, keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. Watchful, on the lookout, observant, sharp eye, keen eye. That's what vigilant means. You on Shamar, you watching, you're looking. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Because your adversary, the devil.
Right, your adversary, or another word for adversary?
The devil.
No, hold on. What's another word for adversary? Exactly, your enemy. You never trust your enemy. Like, your enemy is who? The adversary?
Devil.
The devil, right?
As a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking who he may devour.
Right, so he's moving around, plotting and planning on you and your family. He's trying to destroy you the same way. Like, as soon as you get in this environment, now he like, damn. Sin. He's sending demons your way immediately. Try to tear you apart, rip you out of this. That's what he's doing. Like if you was sitting here selling keys of heroin, I mean, he worked for me. What the hell am I fight him for? We on the same team right now. If you out here, you a grown ass man, you in here twerking with Sexy Red, the hell we gonna fight him? We already won the battle. This nigga is on the same team. You understand? That's what the next piece I'm gonna read, but he coming like a roaring lion, man, to destroy us because we picking a side. Now we are going to war with him. We saying this is our adversary, this is our enemy. So now he's moving around trying to destroy you. All right, so you got to be vigilant. All right, let's drop that one. Let me get, matter of fact, let's go to Ecclesiasticus. I think that's what I want. Ecclesiasticus, yeah, in Apocrypha, I think chapter 2. Or was it second Ezra chapter 2? Let me see what no, it's definitely Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1. Yep.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2. You said verse
1.
Verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. This is where it starts, man. That's where it's going to start. Once you try to get right, now things are going to happen to try to get you off track, to get you not focused, to find a reason to not want to be with brothers, to find a reason to get high, to find a reason to do something that's going to put your freedom at risk. You know what I'm saying? Those are all the things. Temptation going to come out of nowhere. Like if you just say today, I'm going to stop eating pork, they're going to put free bacon on your burger. When you're in the world, when you want the extra bacon burger, it costs money. You're like, damn, I wish I could get the bacon. It's going to be another $1.50, man. I'm not paying that. Try to quit eating bacon. They're going to give you burgers with free bacon on it. You would have celebrated it a year ago, 10 years ago. Now it's like, damn, why are they doing it? It's temptation. Anything you try to stop, they're going to try to put it on your plate and offer it to you, because these demons, they still work for the Lord. The demon's job is to see if you're going to be a bitch. And that's an honorable job, really. You know what I'm saying? That's what Hebrew Academy is. It's like, hey, is you going to give up? You're going to be weak? You're going to throw in the towel when it gets hard? You was never here anyway. Why would we want you on the team? That's what Christ had to find. He's like, okay, these brothers here with me. And then when it hit the fan, even Peter, his right-hand man, said, he denied him. But then he came back strong. He like, nah. He gave him that Denzel, my nigga. It's my nigga. You understand? You make it through this, then we know you rocking and rolling, man, because it's about to come for you. It's going to try to pull you away, man. You make it through that, then we know you're solid. It's the only way. And this is explaining why. Keep going.
Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Set thy heart. Somebody set thy heart all right,
mm-hmm.
and constantly endure.
Like constantly endure, man. Yeah. Little thing, your tire pop, man, get it fixed. You lose your slavery, get another one. Your rib leave you, get another one. Your kids leave you, make some more. You understand what I'm saying? Like all the whatever it could be, fight that, keep going. You know what I mean? Constantly endure, keep going.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased as thy last end.
Well, you make it through all that, then you really gonna get the prize on the other side. You know what I mean? We're gonna gain this kingdom. Now we're strong. We didn't fall for these traps that they set for us, and they want us to fall weak too. We gain the kingdom, and now we actually come up. Because you might lose your slavery now, coming into the truth. You might lose your woman now coming into the truth. But then we gain the kingdom, you're going to have 10 ribs. You missed out on 9 ribs chasing this one bitch. It's like you're not calling brother, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? You could have had 100 kids. You worried about this 5 that didn't. I want Christmas. Damn that. Me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. I'm not going to not serve the Lord because you want to serve Christmas. Who do I worship? Who do I fear? The Father I fear. It's nothing else. You know what I mean? So keep going.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully,
Right.
and be patient when thou art changed to a low state.
Like, and that's why I say take it cheerfully. Man. To me, it reminds me of like Issachar, how y'all say laugh now, cry later. Like you going through hard times. Even I know they be saying it like you say you be smiling certain time, like why you smiling? It's a bad situation, but it's Christ, they do that just naturally because they know how to survive through hard times. And it's a smile now, laugh later, like laugh now, cry later. You know what I mean? And that's what the Bible is saying. Be cheerful even when you're in a lower state. And I say it like this, how I describe it is like if you're in a fight, you know the movie scenes, they always give you in the fight, and that the enemy, the opposition give you that good hit, square boom. And your lip busted, start bleeding the first blood, or your nose start leaking, they taste it, and then they smile, and you're like, oh, this nigga crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gave him my best shot, and he's smiling. It's over. You can't beat that, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord wants you to take it. Life gonna hit you with some punches. So you take it on the chin, man, and you take it cheerfully, not in a goofy way, you know what I'm saying? Not in a Christian way. Oh, Lord, nah, just take it like a man, you know what I'm saying? And be like, you know what? This ain't gonna stop me. Take it chill. I'm gonna keep going. You know what I mean? That's the spirit that he's talking about. Keep going.
Verse 5. For the gold is tried in the fire.
Right.
And acceptable man in the furnace of adversity.
Right, exactly. So that's what's happening in the gangland and brothers in the world, all these different cliques and gangs. Like the YSL with Young Thug, whatever, they all got RICO Act. Like they all went to the club together and it was fun. They pop bottles and they drink. They all got women together. They all got high together. And when they talked about being together, it was, I love you and I'll kill for you. I'll die for you. Everybody, you know, they high off of pills and shit. My niggas drunk. Yeah, I love this nigga, man. This is my brother, man. We family and blah, 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 blah. Then when it hit the fan, now they tell you, hey, man, you do 45 years for your brother. You're like, what? Nah, let me sign that paper. Let me get out of here, man. How can you find out if someone is real unless they get tested? Anybody can say anything when it's fun. Anybody can be about anything when it's good times. Of course, you can say, yeah, I love you, and I'll do anything for you when the blunts is rolling around. But what happens when you got to do something to prove it? And you got to lose, not gain. That's when you proving, you know what I'm saying, your loyalty and who you say you are. So the Lord is the same way. You got to think about the same way. The Lord is a gangster. The Lord is a man of war. You know how to come around me and telling me, oh, I love God. I'm with the truth. I'm with the brothers. I'm with that. Well, prove it then. What happens when this happens? Are you still down? Or is it going to stop you? You got to be tried. You got to be tested. That's how we know it. It's like, it's crazy. Like you would think it's like being in the truth for a minute. Like, okay, this is just what General Muhammad said. This is what Captain Zarga is saying. It's for real. You about to get tested, brother. It's about to happen. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. Everything in the world is going to try to rip you apart. Whatever your weakness is going to be magnified now. And you're going to have to fight that. And I'm going to show you how to fight. You're going to have to be on brotherhood. You have to lean on the brothers. You're going to have to call and get counsel. You have to get help. You can't sit there by yourself because these demons, they don't play fair. You know, when you go on the street and talk about catch the fair one, catch the fade, do one-on-one. Line it up. Demons don't fight fair. Anybody just me and you in here. Nah, it's gonna be your job. Nigga, overtime. You're rent. You about to get convicted. You're rent. Man, she texting this nigga. What? Your kids, nigga, I gotta do. It's about to, they jumping you. They're gonna try to do everything to tear you apart. And you gonna have to fight. And you can't fight all these things by yourself. That's why everybody losing in the world. They trying to catch the fair one when these niggas is jumping you. You need brothers. You need brotherhood to come. You need to be around the brothers. You need to be there. You need to get counsel. You need to be in class. You need to watch class. You need to learn. You need to study the Bible. You need to separate yourself from your friends in the world. Because the more and more you get around that, that's what's going to pull you away. But the more and more you get this strength, and now you're able to fight, and then they start giving up. They're like, damn, okay, he with it. He fighting, and they start leaving. They leave you alone because they know they can't win. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. Read verse 5 again.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
For gold is tried in the fire.
Right.
An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity.
Right. Same way you find out this gold is real, you're going to put it in this fire and test it and see, okay, this is solid, real gold. And then you're going to put this gold in here, and some brother is going to be weak. You're going to find out that he was plated gold. And the other one going to stand up. And you're going to find out, no, this brother really is solid, man. This is real 100% gold right here, man. This is important, man. And the only way you can find out is through adversity. You're going to have to go through something to prove it. And the glorious thing about the truth is, like, if you was in a game, we would jump you in. I ain't talking to the brother directly, but I'm talking to the brother too. Like, we was in a game, we would jump you in. We would make you go on a mission. They said, go shoot somebody. We would say, go in the store and steal something. We would say, do this or do that. That was going to prove that you down. Blood in, blood out. Go stab somebody. Oh, okay, we can trust him now. He with us. Nah, we don't do that in the truth. The Lord's going to do it. He going to send angels and demons, and you going to go through something in your life, and we all sitting there watching it like, yeah. We knew it was going to happen. Because it happens every time. Because we watch and let the Lord work. That's how we know this is the truth. You know what I mean? And so you got to go through it. When you make it to the other side, you're going to be good. And we here to help you with that. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's that. Let's drop that. Let's go to, I got 2 more for brothers. We're going to get up out of here, man. It's like it. 8:46. Let's get Ephesians 6 and 11. Run through it. Yeah, she. I ain't talking about myself. I'm not telling on myself, man. But she gonna make you want to punch her. She gonna try to make you get what do they call it? A DV. This will be a demon. And you, damn. I gotta go to class. I gotta go to camp. I gotta do this, man. If I punch her right now, I'm gonna go to jail. Do I love the truth and the Lord and the brothers, or do I love my anger right now? Knock her in the jaw. Nah, don't do it. Love your enemies, man. Forget that woman, man. She gonna the demons is gonna use her to test you, man. That's it. That's what you gotta see. That's the open of your eyes of the matrix. You start to see things. This person that cut you off while you're driving, you getting ready to get angry. That's a demon on. I see it now. This person at my job talking to me crazy. I'm gonna want to punch him in the face. There's a demon trying to get me out of my position. And you start seeing it, and you learn how to move and get around that shit. Yeah. Go ahead up.
Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right. And wiles, I always say, wiles. You know the Wile E. Coyote? Remember that back in the days where you used to put up the little, like a tunnel, but it's really a brick wall behind it. He tricking that rabbit or whatever it was, you know what I mean? That's what wiles mean. Somebody is tricking you. Well, the devil is using trickery and deception to get you. So you got to put the armor on God. He's trying to trick you out your position. You see what I'm saying? It's like, damn, if I go in and boom, now I'm about to go to jail. And now I'm where he want me to be. You fell for the trick of the devil. See what I mean? But if you're able to see it, then you don't fall for his tricks. Then you gonna make it. And that's the armor of God. The armor of God is the knowledge of these scriptures. That's why we call this our sword. This is a sword, but this is our sword. You get filled with this, then you see you have all these precepts when you live in. Everybody can learn precepts. Christians know precepts. The Pope knows precepts. They know the Bible verse. But the coldest precept you can ever pull is your life. If you're able to live what's being in here, that's what's important. Remember, that's what fake Israelites do. That's what Christians, all them, they can pull 100,000 precepts. But how are you living? That's what's important. Do you leave here and do you honor what's being said here? Or do you just read this today and then do everything that it says not to do tomorrow? The code, and I learned that. I ain't going to take that code. That's Captain Kahan Thamya, 13,000 told me that precept. That the coldest precept you can pull is your life. You can know all the ones you want along, but if you don't live none of this, then none of that matters. You can know 2 precepts and live this book and be brotherly and on point, and that's what matters. You know what I mean? So, what does it say again? It says, "Put on the whole armor." That's the armor of God. They be able to stand the wiles of the devil. Verse 12 is we got to read verse 12. So.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right, so that's the fight, man. And principalities means like governments. A prince rules over a nation. Principalities are these governments that are ruled by these people. So we're going to war with these governments and these rulers in high places that their whole job is to destroy you. That's why every rap song, every TV show, every movie is all geared to making you become a lower state person. So we got to fight against these things. That's what we wrestle with. And so we've been brainwashed for our whole life from a young age, constantly being taught the way of evil. And then to try to change and erase all that in a month and 2 months and 6 months, that's not logical. Now, can it happen? Yeah, somebody can become brand new in one day. But sometimes everybody has a different time to shed themselves of the world. That's why we tell people. It might be 90 days here. It might be, 6 months. It might be 2 years. But you in this process of shedding yourself of the world to become new, because he's put everything in you from jump to go against this. Right? All right. And read verse 13.
Verse 13. Wherefore take unto ye the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Right. So there's things will come up in your life, and right when you're in there and about to do this, or this is about to happen, then you remember a scripture you learned in class and it hits you. Yeah, that's right. All right, nah, don't do this right now. It's not how I say. You're gonna watch Muhammad's class. You're gonna talk acting like an animal, arguing in front of the kids. The kids are crying. You don't care. You're like a bunch of rats. He gonna make you feel bad. So the next time you sit there about to argue in front of the kids crying, you're like, damn, he talking about me. Like, no, I can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got armor now. Like, you got protection. You learn how to become better. You know what I mean? Because of all this that you're instilling in yourself. Scriptures, the classes, the camps, all that is building you up. So now when you come to a situation in life, now you got protection to fight against what's in front of you. You know what I mean? All right, drop that. Let's go to Luke 22 and 31. 852. Luke 22 and 31. All right. right. Okay. Mm. No sweat.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22, and verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said, Simeon, Simeon, behold, Satan had desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat.
Right, like if you sifting some wheat, some flour, it's like you got a little, I don't know what they call it, like almost a colander with holes in it, and you trying to make it thinner, you separating this, you sifting it, you know what I mean? And that's what he's saying, is like he's trying to get you, separate you from the truth, basically. That's what Satan's job is to do.
Yeah.
He's trying to sift you out. And so Christ is just giving them knowledge to be aware of that, pay attention to that. Don't let yourself get separated out. You know what I mean? Satan has desire to have you that he may sift you as wheat. Read verse 32.
Verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not.
Mm-hmm.
And when thou art converted, strengthened by brethren.
Right. So the Lord Christ, or Christ is saying, I'm praying for you, that you will be strong and not get sifted out. And then when you converted and you are strong, now go help your brothers and get them, build them up, and make sure that they are strong too. Because you know what it's like to be in that position. And that's why brothers been through all these things in their life. Everybody that walks in that door that comes into the school, man, at any given time, you've been through certain things that no one else has been through. You got a story that no one else has. And there's another brother in the world that's going through your same exact experience or hasn't been there yet. You might be able to catch a youngster that's 15, that's 25, that hasn't been where you've been. You can tell them, hey, man, I wasted this many years of my life. Man, I went through this, I went through that. I see you going through it, or you about to go through it. Don't do that. What Jay-Z say? Hope that that's hopefully you don't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through this to show you what not to do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Christ is telling them, so that you can strengthen thy brethren. All right? Drop that. Let's get Luke 8 and 5. Oh, more that was coming to my mind. Oh, yeah.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 5. A sower went out to sow his seed.
Mm-hmm.
And as he sowed, some fell by the wayside. And it was like trodden down.
Right.
And the fowls of the air devoured it.
Right. So this is a parable that Christ is teaching. He's saying somebody that's planting, sower, say you reap what you sow. Well, sowing is planting the seeds in the ground. And then you come back and reap. You put some corn in the ground, and it grows later. Then you reap what you sowed. And they're using that as a metaphor because our people were working in the farm and the fields. We can understand that. If you plant this seed of apples, you're gonna come back and grow and get to eat the apples that you planted. You planted seeds of a bunch of evil and death and destruction, and that's gonna happen to you. But this one is talking about, hey, this planter, the Lord is coming down sowing these seeds. He's waking up people to the knowledge of the truth. And one of the seeds he sent out, it says it fell by the wayside and was trodden down in the fowls of the air. I didn't really even get into the ground. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody heard about the truth and then it didn't stick with them. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And some fell upon the rock, and as soon as it was sprung up, it withered away because it lacked moisture. Verse 7. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up with it and choked it. Verse 8. Another fell on good ground and sprung up and bare fruit and 100-fold. And when he had said these things, he cried, he that had ears to hear, let him hear.
Right. Now drop down to verse 12. What time is it? He's going to explain the parable.
Verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Those by the wayside are they that hear. Then cometh the devil and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved.
Like when we get going back in the camp, you'll see this all the time. Brothers be sitting there talking to somebody, talking to an Israelite, and they be explaining who we are, and these are the laws, and that we're the real Jews of the Bible. An Edomite will come out of nowhere and say, no, don't listen to them. They're teaching hate. Jesus loves you. Christ loves you. This is not right. Bible, and they'll hug them and they'll pull them away. So they was hearing the truth at first, but then the devil come to get them out of that. That's the seed that just fell on the wayside and never got planted, right? Read the next.
Verse 13. They on the rock are they, which when they hear receive the word with joy. And these have no root, which for a while believe, and in time of temptation fall away.
Right. So now some brothers, they come into the school. They believe, they enjoy, they want to learn, they want to do this, they want to, and then temptation comes, and your job or your family, like everything we say, then you find a precept that you didn't know, and then somebody come, they start asking you and battling you, and then you get all flustered because you that makes sense. I don't know, maybe they don't know the truth, maybe it's wrong, and then you get taken out of the truth. Like Jeremiah always say, there's one precept that says, "We shall not abhor an Edomite," and then they'll pull that one on you. See, y'all don't know what you're talking about. The Bible says you're supposed to love. It says Christ was sent to all nations. That's one of the precepts at the end, I think, in the book of John. And they use that, and people just get confused, and they just like, all right, yeah, it's not for me, or the temptation takes them away. All right, keep going.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And that which fell among thorns are they which, when they have heard, go forth and are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection.
Right. So this is another level. Like Tazadakia, I believe he was a man that was in the school in the 90s. He left and made a whole nother fake Israelite group for money and power. He created the ICGJC, calling the candy canes. They were wearing red and white. They called him the God Sent Comforter. He was a rapper type dude. He was riding around with limousines. He was extorting the people in his organization out of money. He wanted money so much that he left the truth and did evil in the chase and pursuit of money, riches. That's what it's saying. That's going to pull you. It's three things that'll pull you out the truth. We always tell brothers, it's going to be women, money, and drugs. Them three. That's the only reason why people leave the truth. They try to tell you, oh, I left the truth because y'all didn't break down Exodus 14 right. I left the truth because this or that and the third, man. Like, nah, man. You left it because you're a woman. You left it because of your job or your slavery or some money. You want to go back to selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? You left it to chase that money, or you left it to go get high. Those are the three things that pull people out the truth all the time. All right, keep going.
Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But that on the good ground are they, which in an honest and good heart, having heard the word, keep it, and bring forth fruit with patience.
Right. So these are the ones that it multiplies 50-fold, 100-fold. They stay in, they locked in the truth, and not only they locked in the truth, but they help it grow and bring more brothers. That's the ones, you know what I'm saying, that stay and move things in the right direction. So that one, now one more, I know I've been saying, but this is the last one for sure. We had 9022, we gotta go. Luke 15:7. Stay in Luke a little bit. Luke 15:7. That's the last one.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 7.
Start at verse 6.
Verse 6.
Man, matter of fact, we're gonna read this whole paragraph. Let's start at verse 4. All right.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them, doth not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after that which is lost,
right?
So he find it.
Right. You care about your sheep, your flock. You lose one, you're gonna leave them over here. You know where they at? They say go over here and get that one that's lost. That's the mission that we've been on. That's what we've been ordained to. You know what I mean? We know who's here. Our mission is to go and get these brothers out of the world. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 5. And when he had found it, he layeth it on his shoulders, rejoicing.
Like brothers, really, they carry them lambs like that on their shoulder. I've seen it. Like when we was at Pastor, sometimes the lamb started. I seen Captain Labar pick up a whole big old lamb. Oh, wow. Put him on the shoulder. Carry that thing, you know what I mean? That's like, man, you ain't gonna get away from me. You come with me. Like, let's go. All right. And he happy about it. Keep going.
Verse 6. And when he cometh home, he called together his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost.
Right. You gonna tell you, man, you lose something valuable. Now today, like I said, these parables was made for their times, for them to understand. Now how you could understand it today. Let's say you got in your bank account, you got money in your bank, but you just cashed a big check, you got $2,000-$3,000 in your wallet. You went to the movies or the grocery store or whatever, you lost your wallet with $3 in it. You go back and find it sitting there, or somebody holding it for you with the money in it. You're gonna call everybody, can't believe this. I found my wallet with the money in it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna tell everybody about it. That's the sheep. Sheep was money. That was their business. You know what I mean? Come back and tell everybody about it. That's what you're gonna do. You'll be happy. You're gonna rejoice that you found it. Keep going.
Verse 7. I say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth.
Good night. That means a lot. Like this whole world pushes the black and Hispanic man down to being worth nothing. We at the bottom of the list. We have the least value to the world. They look at an engineer, a doctor, they look at this person over here can make this money, or they look at this person that does that. The black woman saying you ain't got no value if you ain't got no money. The angels is proud of you. What the hell is money then? You know what I'm saying? Like, once you switch that around, you start to realize, like, this is where the true value is at. I always should tell people, like, could you imagine when, you know, people in the world, they love Obama. They love the president. You know what I mean? If you was watching him on TV and he was like, yeah, I just met this brother right here. Shout out to Kassar. Shout out to that brother. He's a good brother. He's saying it on the whole TV. You be like, damn, you feel happy. Like, I met the president. I'm close to somebody very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how powerful it is for the Lord and the angels to know you and to care about you and to say they happy about you? Little old me, you know what I'm saying? That means a lot. Huh? That's a very important thing for them to take the time out of the day and be like, nigga, we celebrating this brother right here, man. This is a glorious thing to see. This is what we do. This is what we work for, man. To see this. And that's what they talking about right here, man. So read that part again.
More than over 90. And
no, verse 7.
Verse 7. I say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repented. More than over 99 just persons which need no repentance. Right.
They're gonna celebrate this one brother getting his life right versus 99 brothers that are already living right. You know what I'm saying? That's more important and glorious to see that day. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very important thing, and that's what we say. You know, take it that way, man. But with that, I'm gonna close out the class. Unless y'all brothers got any questions or comments before we let it go. All right. So I'm on y'all brothers late. So salute y'all real quick. Yahweh Shem Yashar Baruch Yahweh Shemar Latam Bashem Yashar Torah Sister Online. All right. Class dismissed.